Okay, we are live, guys.
Jai Jagat, dear friends from all over the world. Sorry for the bit delay. We are very happy to be here today because yesterday we conclude our 12 days campaign on nonviolent economy, and we are been very happy in these last days sharing all the different actions from different places and also sharing a lot of learnings and reflections from many incredible people from all over the world who is sharing how we can transit towards a non-violent economy in our different localities and from our different contexts. And it's been full of learnings and a lot of challenges have came up, and we really we're very thankful with all of you for being here and watching our broadcast and to catch up on the Jai Jagat campaign. And yesterday we had an incredible day. It was a very special day. As you know, it was the Non-Violence Day and also Gandhi ji birthday anniversary. So there were also a lot of different actions in many places that we couldn't report. So that's why we decided to have our last program today to share on some of those actions. As every day, we will start with a short musical video clip, and then we will go to report on the different highlights of yesterday's program.
Sing along, Jai Jagat. Call along, Jai Jagat. Sing along, Jai Jagat. Call along, Jai Jagat. For peace, let the souls come alive. For justice and joy come alive. Sing along, Jai Jagat. Call along, Jai Jagat. Sing along, Jai Jagat. Call along, Jai Jagat. Be the call of love, let love be in all. Victory to the world and no one to be lost. Be the call of love, let love be in love be the need of our. Let the love for all be the bar. Winds of peace shall blow around. We shall all now sing along. Let the sun of love be strong. Let the night of hate be gone. Let the night of hate be gone. Sing along, Jai Jagat. Call along, Jai Jagat. For peace, let the souls come alive. For justice and joy, come alive. Sing along, Jai Jagat. Call along, Jai Jagat. Sing along, Jai Jagat. Call along, Jai Jagat.
Thank you very much, Gary, for playing this song. And welcome everyone again. And thank you very much for being here, following us in our final broadcast of these 12 days of action, where we will be highlighting some of the most important actions of yesterday as a very important day on nonviolence and Gandhiji's birthday anniversary. We are very happy to see that all Rajaji and Ajit are joining today. I think they are having some difficulties, maybe technical difficulties, but I don't know if they can hear us. Are you there, Ajit, Rajaji? Yeah, I mean, maybe they can't right now, so we will wait until they can speak maybe better. Yesterday there was a lot of very interesting programs, and we will start from Latin America. In Mexico, if Gary can help me sharing some of the pictures of Mexico actions. Well, there was a lot of different actions in the north of the country, in Mexicali. The members of an civil association named Puma, they delivered food to people in the street situations, and also water, and they were promoting also with a flyer a small tribute to our loved friend, leader of the Yaqui tribe, which is an indigenous community in the north of the country, Tomás Rojo Valencia, who was disappeared and killed 4 months ago. And they were while delivering this food and water, they were also promoting a tribute to him, and let people know who was him and what was his struggle defending water in Sonora. The action was organized by a team made up of 4 members of the organization, and they were also, I mean, they are part of the Assembly of Indigenous Peoples and Neighborhoods of the Tijuana, San Diego, Mexicali, Calexico region. And we really appreciate a lot this humble action of our friends. And yeah, thank you very much. And hopefully we will also be in contact with them and follow up for future actions. Also, there were a couple of different webinars on cooperativism and nonviolent economy, and also on communitarian government. And also, there was an incredible artistic demonstration at the Cultural Center in Tijuana, also, which is also part of the Assembly of Peoples and Neighborhoods. And they were, I mean, they did an incredible artistic performance, and to celebrate also Gandhiji's birthday anniversary. And finally, there was also an incredible dialogue with the Mayan community, which is also a very important indigenous community in Mexico, in the south of Mexico. And they were talking about the challenges that women face as young indigenous women when they come back to their communities to struggle and reclaim their territories and their lands. So also, I mean, if you are interested, you can find all these different webinars on our Facebook page. And also moving to Chile. Yesterday we shared something on a wonderful march they had, and also as part of these different 12 days of actions they've been organizing. Yesterday they inaugurate a sport field, a communitarian sport field, which will be the center of different gatherings and communitarian meetings, and also as a way to take the different public spaces, and as a way also to bring to the community public spaces where kids and also young people can gather to do not only sport, but also like some discussions to share different activities as well. So we will share a short video clip from them just to see what is this.
Viva, que han preparado también Vecinos en Movimiento junto a Flora del Valle de Putaendo. Ya vamos a volar para que podamos entender, para que podamos comprender la magnitud de la riqueza que guarda nuestra cordillera y lo que significaría el impacto de la instalación del proyecto mega minero de la compañía Vizcachita Holding en nuestra cordillera. Están trabajando acá una actividad educativa luego del cuento que pudieron escuchar de la colectiva Colibrí. Están dejando plasmado en estas hojas todo lo que ellos pudieron percibir, lo que ellos pudieron entender, lo que ellos nos quieren contar también. Acá podemos ver a las familias, los papitos, las mamitas que han llegado hasta acá.
Yes, so that's what we had from Chile. And now also moving to Europe, unless I don't know if Ajit and Rajaji are there. Yeah, I don't think they are there. Okay, so moving to Europe, also on these 12 days, there have been a lot of different actions and events and gatherings of people, but we have with us, fortunately, Jill Carr-Harris, the coordinator of this international campaign. And she, I mean, as she has been in Europe, she will speak on the different events they organize and hold for the last days of campaign. Over to you, Jill. Welcome.
Thank you, Monica. Jai Jagat to everybody. Can you hear me, Monica? Okay. Yeah.
Yes, loud and clear.
Good. So our dear friend Alan Dangois was coordinating some of the activities in Europe, and unfortunately he took ill about a month back, and consequently we have not been able to show the diversity of the activities that have taken place in Europe. Some, but not all. So I wanted to just bring to your attention two major actions. One was from here we have in a picture of yesterday, the March for Justice, Social Peace and Justice, basically that took place in Lyon. And it was a march for the full day with about 40 or 50 persons from all different groups of, this is just at the beginning of the march when things were getting organized. It was organized by MAN and a number of different groups. But some of the other activities that took place in Lyon were that took place between September 27th and October 2nd were directed by Laurence Redotier, Serge Perrin, and Philippe Blanchet. And they, there was a particular meeting, a youth meeting, which you'll see there. These were youth that came from SUPA, Co-Solidarity, Generation Lumière, and EcoSilla. Why this was important is because all of these friends were interested in the Jai Jagat, and particularly there was an African friend on the right, and David, I've forgotten David's last name, David from Génération Lumière, which means the generation of light. And he is creating links between the students of Lyon and some of the students in Congo that are suffering because of the ongoing civil strife. And they're working on some joint projects together. We also found that there were efforts being made by the university with bringing more and more students to the Jai Jagat marches that are being planned in the future. So this was really wonderful. Turning to some of the work in Geneva, you can see on September 21st, there was a meeting at the Gandhi statue of a number of people to do a meditation. The woman near Gandhi's statue in the white dress with the blue belt gave the meditation. She is Sophie. She is a Buddhist, a Tibetan Buddhist from Paris who came all the way to give this meditation. And she works with the Dalai Lama group and is very keen to bring meditation and the Jai Jagat to the UN in the next 1 year. Here she's sitting with her husband, a Buddhist from Vietnam, and they are telling about many of the works they're planning to bring to the UN in the next 1 year in the name of Jai Jagat as well. She was, Sophie was invited, if you could just go back, Gary, Sophie was invited by the Indian Embassy on the 2nd of October also to give a meditation for the Indian community in Geneva. Turning next, we see Adama Sow from Senegal and Marie-Claire Bauman there. They were came to celebrate Jai Jagat in the meal. And this was a big shared event. I believe there's a small video that Gary is going to share of the meal, which was an incredible occasion of 200 people in Geneva with many solidarity actions around the world, including an action in India, in Katni, center part of India, as well as Nepal. So they brought, this beautiful meal brought all sorts of organic and local products together, and people shared a meal together. You can see here some of the pictures of the meal and some of the friends that were at the meal. There is a short, here's one of the sharing of some of the local products that were sold at the meal. And this is really what the nonviolent economy is all about. People sharing their products, selling, being together, and emphasizing local and organic goods. there was a small video that was prepared, and maybe Gary could just show that briefly. Gary, over to you.
Yeah, Gilbert.
Listen, kids. The man in hand sanitizer. Listen, kids.
Ba mongolu ba waria daya ba wa ba mongolu ba waria daya ba wa ba mongolu ba waria daya ba wa
So friends, thank you, Gary. So friends, this was an effort to show the local products from Asia, from Africa, from Latin America, in order that people can build horizontally their economy to trade and exchange local handicrafts and goods. And I think the meal epitomizes some of the nonviolent economy that we'd like to see broad-based in society. So these were some of here we met the president of Switzerland, who was very interested in Jai Jagat and the meal. And we hope that we will continue to collaborate. This is one of the deputies of the Green Party, a Socialist Party in Switzerland. And it shows the degree of interest of the Swiss government in such activity. So these were a few of the Lyon-based and Geneva-based activities, and I am just happy to be able to share it with all of you so that you can see the depth of the organizing that is going on. Thank you very much, Monica. Jai Jagat.
No, thank you very much to you, Jill. It's been amazing to see all the wonderful work our friends in Europe are doing. And I mean, for sure, we will, I mean, a lot of things will continue. And we're very happy to see where all this goes. Thank you very much, Jill. Also, I mean, moving lecture on peace and Islam. As you might remember, we had 3 days ago some people from the Gandhi Peace Council who also invited us, and they had a wonderful lecture and a lot of learnings also come out from there. And if you're interested to watch the whole program, we will be sharing this also on the Jagat Facebook page. And also it was celebrated at Gandhi Peace Festival, and the Gandhi Foundation also address a very good dialogue and discussion on truth and reconciliation, as 2 days ago was celebrated in Canada, the Day of Truth and Reconciliation. So also a lot of different reflections and inputs to build on that. Thank you very much to our friends in Canada for doing this. And also, as part of these 12 days of campaign, we have North American really fast. As you know, we've been sharing on the last days different short video clips as small interviews where people share why they decided to take up a fast for peace and what is their message of solidarity. And on the 1st of October, Sheona Kumer, who also was with us on a panel discussion on water 3 days ago, she decided to take up this fast and share with us on a short video clip why he decided to do it and what is her message for peace. So let me just share with you a brief piece of this video clip.
Anna, can you tell us a little bit more about the reason for your fast, the focus for your fast?
Yes. I'm sorry, you cut out a little bit at the beginning of what you said. I just wanted to make sure if you repeat. Thanks.
Oh, yeah, no, I'm sorry. I think I probably hadn't turned on my mic yet.
Oh, sorry.
So I just wanted to ask you a little bit about the focus for your fast.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, I am spending the day in, as I mentioned, deep thought, meditation, and then partway through the day, I will be starting a first rehearsal and then a second rehearsal. So I want to talk, all of which is focused on the same topic. So I want to talk a little bit about that topic and then how I'll enter that. So to me, first I have to say that as a dancer, I tend to social justice concerns from a somatic transformational perspective. And that just means that the way that I move through change is just how I create, how I perform, how I breathe, you know, how I work in the studio. And I start with the body because it's such a rich resource for all of us, right? And as a dance person and dance artist, I know that in a in-depth way. But I also work with people who don't consider themselves dancers, and that we all carry stories in our bodies. We all carry meaning that we process, and I look to movement for ways to explore my own grief or process my grief, for example, about my mother. But I also work in community and develop dance pieces about issues that affect the wider community, or sometimes myself too, and just how we process through the body. So the body is just such a rich resource, which is why I chose to focus through 2 rehearsals today. And
yes, I mean, I think it's this is like a different message, a very interesting message from the other ones we have heard on the last days. More focus on the importance also of taking care of the body and understand it, and we really appreciate it. Thank you very much to Shona, and thank you very much to Riva, who has been organizing these different fast and connecting with people to share with us why decided to do this action. Yesterday, also as the final day of this relay fast, a lot of people who had taking up the action of fasting the days before, they decided to together do like a collective fast also. And people like Anne Pearson that we also share some message from her, and also Anush and Rashmi and Rama and Riva herself did this fast to celebrate the Nonviolence Day, and the nonviolence also as part of protect and respect and understand their bodies. So we really thank our friends in Canada. And yeah, I mean, I think it's been a very interesting learning process for all of us to understand also the importance and the power of do a fast. So thank you very much. Then also we will maybe I don't know if it's already here. Doesn't seem like he's here. Nitin Sonawane. So I think we will just wait a little bit until they can join us. So we will move to share also a beautiful speech from Rajaji. Yesterday there was a huge program in Chhattisgarh where a lot of different marchers came together to celebrate not only the Nonviolence Day and Gandhiji birthday anniversary, but also the fact that they've been marching for 12 days, and I mean, and they did it. And we have Rajaji sharing also a solidarity message to inspire us to keep on this path towards a nonviolent economy and towards a more peaceful and just world. So we will play it.
We have here with us Shri Rajagopal PV, who is an eminent Gandhian and also the founder of Ekta Parishad. So we are here to know his thoughts on this occasion, because it comes in every year. But what is new this year? We would like to know from him. And okay, so Rajaji is here with us, and he'll share his thoughts now.
So friends, Gandhi Jayanti greetings to all of you. It's a great day. Imagine 150 years back on this day, a great man was born, and his ideas are still relevant. And we are trying to put his ideas into practice, because we feel in a world where we are facing acute poverty, we are facing climate crisis, we are facing all kinds of problems. We need to find a solution, and the solution often comes from Gandhi. As far as I am concerned, solutions are often coming from Gandhi. So this year what we did is a continuation of what we were doing last year. Last year we were planning to march from Delhi to Geneva. We were stopped in Armenia because of COVID. But imagine 50 people from all over the world coming together to march to Geneva and get this message of Mahatma Gandhi to United Nations, the World Bank, IMF, WTO. And what a courage. That is what they were doing. But this year we thought we should do it in a decentralized way rather than doing it in a centralized way. So we decided to have 106 Padayatras, foot march across India. 100 districts, 106 Padayatra, and about 15 Padayatras abroad in other countries. So today is the culminating day. So there are many programs that is happening in different parts of India as part of this culmination. But here in Chhattisgarh, we are here in Tilda. Tilda is our training center from where hundreds of young people are trained on this agenda of justice and peace. So we are back today after many years to revisit this agenda of justice and peace. Can we ultimately make a world that is full of justice? Can we have peace as a result of justice? Today what is being tried out is peace because of force of police, force of army. But what we are trying is to have peace because of delivery of justice. So today we have about 400 people coming from different parts of Chhattisgarh. We have the chief of the state as governor of the state coming as our guest. We have many eminent thinkers and activists assembling here. So we are going to have a interaction between the grassroots and the planners and thinkers. And this is going to be a great day. And the focus of this discussion will be how do you pick ideas from Gandhi and then put it into practice so that the problems can be solved. The problem can be climate crisis, problem can be inequality, problem can be violence, problem can be poverty. All these problems need to be addressed by using a non-violent method as suggested by Mahatma Gandhi some years back. So this is a great day, and I hope you are also involved in something more meaningful and must be interacting with people, must be planning for future, must be discussing about how to bring about change in the world and solve the problems of the world, etc. So let us all celebrate together. Let us all celebrate together the birth of Mahatma Gandhi, but this is also the day of International Day of Non-Violence. So our march was from International Day of Peace to International Day of Non-Violence, and for the last 12 days thousands of people walked across India and they all got their message for us to follow up. So today we will be listening to many of those experiences, and I hope that this is how a bottom of development can happen, that the people from the bottom with their wisdom, with their knowledge, with their experience suggesting what need to be done in order to solve problems of the world, not the other way around, that it comes from the World Bank and IMF. So I hope the solutions that we find will be useful not only for this region but for the world at large. So I wish you all the best for today, and I hope you will also come out with very concrete ideas that we can share in future and work together to bring about justice and peace in the world so that we all can live, the next generation can live in a peaceful and just world. Thank you very much. Greetings again for Gandhi's birthday. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Gary, for playing this. This very inspiring to hear Rajati's, and also just to understand that this 12 days campaign is just the beginning and the first steps of something much deep in that we're trying to build up with our different friends and allies from all around the world. So thank you very much also to Rajaji that I know is listening to us, and many thanks. Gary, I don't know if you would like to share something else on this yesterday's program in India.
Thank you, Monica. Thank you a lot for inviting me to speak. Friends, this has been a historical moment for India in terms of non-violent action. So far, we have been talking about centralized action, but this is the first time that we have actually got into decentralized action. People from about 105 different districts from about 11 states of India, whether it is Madhya Pradesh, Uttar Pradesh, Jharkhand, Bihar, Orissa, Manipur, the southeast area, the west, south, they have all come together to amplify the message of Gandhi, and which is actually that as human beings, we are entitled to a life which is full of justice and peace, and peace, for that matter of fact, should not be seen as an alternative. The idea here is to understand that as human beings, we owe the right to live in a peaceful and just society. And over the course of 12 days, while the marchers were marching, what was also important and interesting was that it was not only about marching, but it was also about collecting stories from the ground, learning from the experiences of the marchers, as well as all the places that the marchers visited, collection of grievances and discussions on how people see the entire concept of non-violent economy and the entire concept of peace and justice, and collating them into a demand document and sharing it with the policymakers at the district level, the state level, and the national level. Of course, since we are marking the 150th year of the birthday of Mahatma Gandhi, often do we forget about that this also happens to be the 150th year of the birthday of Ba, which is Kasturba Gandhi. And that is what has been actually realized in all these marches where we have been making sure that women are the forerunners in this entire process. Here, I would like to mention that for the past 1 year, ever since the pandemic has struck us, the women frontline workers, especially from one of the some of the most vulnerable districts of India, have actually come together to the forefront in a situation where people were not stepping out of their houses. They were scared. People wanted to stay away from each other. No one wanted to communicate with anyone. There were hundreds and thousands of women through 500 SHGs all over, self-help groups all over the country that were working as women frontline workers to actually help the needy at the ground with basic services such as rationing and helping people going to the hospitals. So when we talk about justice and peace, Monica, I think it is important to look at the bigger picture. It's not only about practicing justice and peace as an individual, but it is also more important that your entire behavior and community as a whole understand the concept of moving together hand in hand. So that is my update from what I've learned from the last 12 days in India. And of course, if Jill Behan would have some more time, I would like to conclude the session once again if she's available, and throwing light on the concept of non-violent economy. Why is Jai Jagat advocating for a non-violent economy, and how do we understand this? But in the meantime, we have a group of friends who are traveling from London to Glasgow to the COP26. This is our friends on the screen. You can see Janmajay and Pushpanath. So hi Janmajay, hi Pushpanath.
Hello.
Hello. So this is the second day of their march, friends, and we had requested them if they could just come in and share the updates of how is it going. Janmajay and Pushpanath, how has it been going?
This is an update across the world. Jai Jagat. Going good. Hi there.
Yeah. Hi Pushpanath, how are you?
Hello, Jai Jagat.
Hi, Jai Jagat.
So what have been the updates so far? Any new learnings?
Come again?
I'm saying, how has it been so far? Any new learnings?
Oh, wow, God, that's an interesting question. New learning is sometimes go slow, be with the people, and bring on others to walk with you. And today we had an incredible time. And I want you to introduce somebody here, Hillary.
Hi, Hillary.
Hello,
Yeah,
Jai Jagat.
Jai Jagat. Yeah, and then today we connected with an Oxfam shop, and he came, even though it was a Sunday, Stephen, and we had an incredible time. A morning we had Oxfam campaigner walking with us half the way, and he handed us over to Stephen, the manager, and now we've been handed over to Hillary. Yeah, she's going to take us to our lodge. This is the last bit. We have done again today about 23,500 steps.
We're going to Hertfordshire now.
Yeah. Oh.
Hillary, what do you think about this entire idea of, walking from London to Glasgow to advocate for climate justice? What do you think about it?
Well, it's obviously tremendously important, and we're hoping that the people being interested will persuade the politicians that they have to be interested and that they have to do things which might be unpopular, but you can't just sit there talking about it. So it's people power, I hope.
Well, that sounds very, very interesting. And Janmajay, you traveling all the way from India to to the United Kingdom, and now you're walking to Glasgow to advocate for climate change. How has it been for you, buddy?
It's been good. I do what Jill Behan says. So she told me to come here. I came here.
So how is your experience? How do people in the United Kingdom look at this entire, I mean, not in the United Kingdom, the people you have been crossing through, how do they feel about this entire march?
So I think we have a very positive response from people. They're very excited. People have been joining, singing with us, dancing, celebrating, and we are positive that we'll bring a good message of change, and we'll bring it with a lot of like fun and happiness along the way. So that's one of the things which is really, really nice. We met some amazing people across the world. We met Abbas and his friends from Pakistan. They've been working with Oxfam and working for women's rights and for peace activism. Back from 1985, they'd come to India and worked as well. So we are meeting some incredible people. And what's happening is that the discussion for climate change is happening in a way that here when we speak to our friends locally, to the local people here, like Stephen here, he said he was terrified. That was the expression he used, right? So the thing is that people are very scared of climate change because it seems to be a global challenge, but we are seeing it manifest in local ways. Like every place has its own set of local climate justice challenges and non-violent economy challenges. So we are having a very interesting set of discussions from people and ideas and perspectives and even suggestions really of how we can carry the message of climate justice, keeping it local but trying to give a global scope to the challenge.
For instance, the second-hand bookshop is one of the largest now. I was told by Stephen, because I used to know it's the second largest second-hand bookseller in Europe. Now, I think it seems we are the number one. That's one fantastic way, right? This shop, last week in one day, they made 450 pounds. Sometimes they only make 450 pounds in a week. It may seem like, a ridiculous small thing, but that is a profound thing, right? So we're learning stuff like that, and then we talk about it, and Steve is going to write about it, and he never knew anything about Jagat or anything else. And today he became part of the whole thing, and he was quite taken aback that the movement in India and now is becoming global. And so that's the exchange, and I think that was fantastic today, particularly. And Jai was quite pleased with me because he completely called me mad. So today he's forgiven me a little bit, and now we're going to be with Hillary, and tomorrow we are going to St. Albans. Yeah. So
well. Thank you
for encouraging us. Thank you for keeping the spirit.
Thank you, Gary Bhai. You taught me that all Gandhians are mad, and that's why we should be mad to work with the Gandhians. So
thank you, Janmajay. Thank you so much, and all my prayers and blessings for a very successful walk. And I hope when you reach for COP26, we are able to advocate for not only climate justice, but also talking about non-violent economy. Thank you so much, Janmajay, for joining us, and continue, and we shall hear from you again tomorrow. Thank you, Janmajay.
Thank you.
Jai Jagat.
Jai Jagat. Yeah, friends. So I would just take the discussion ahead. We heard from Janmajay right now, and before we actually conclude the 12 days of action, you must have read that everywhere we've been talking about non-violent economy. So we've been hearing about economy, but this is a completely new concept, which is non-violent economy. So I thought this would be a good time before we really come to the conclusion of the 12 days of action. It would be good to hear from Jill Behan about what is this entire concept of non-violent economy, and why is it so very important to advocate for this issue, especially in times when we have already faced a pandemic and the entire world is struggling. So Jill Ben, over to you, and I request you to share with us about this entire concept of creating a non-violent economy and why this is the need of the hour. Thank you very much. Over to you, Jill Ben.
Thank you, friends. Jai Jagat again. I think climate is such an important issue. We see that in the way that people have been responding also in their preparations to the COP26. But one has to agree that, or recognize rather, one has to recognize that youth have carried this issue. Young people have carried this issue. In 2015, Greta Thunberg sat in front of her parliament for the first time, and in a matter of months, Fridays for Future was formed. It became an organization across Europe and particularly in Germany. But then suddenly it became a worldwide movement. And we found in countries like India and Indonesia that young people got out in the fight against climate change. And so this issue, we actually, I don't think you know Monica and Gary, but 2 days ago, Greta Thunberg was in Italy, in Milan. There was a huge demonstration in preparation for the COP26, and many of the politicians are being pressed to make changes as they prepare for going to Glasgow at the beginning of November. So climate clearly is an important issue, and youth have been igniting this issue across the world. But what is interesting is how the spirit of Gandhi and some of the nonviolent social movements are saying that in addition to stopping the climate crisis or mitigating and adapting to the climate crisis, we need a nonviolent economy. We need a way of looking at the future, building a different kind of economy and future. There's no doubt that in the mainstream economy, it has been dependent on fossil fuels and a kind of violence that does not permit small-scale producers, as we saw earlier in the meal, or people to survive. The policies are not favorable. They are adverse for local production, for people to consume and control their local resources. In the case of Ekta Parishad and the 100 marches that we saw in India, this is where people want to control land, forest, and water as a way to change the economy. If those resources are in the hands of people, then the economy will be more inclusive, and it will have a riveting effect on how we produce and we consume. So these are the ideas that have come up in these last many days. And I think as we've now just talked to Pushpanath Krishnamurti and Janmajay Singh, as they march from London to Glasgow to the COP26, they are taking the stories of nonviolent economy. Pushpanath Krishnamurti has been working for years in developing fair trade coffee, in working with local communities in Africa, in southern India, in many areas. And he is a spokesperson for the nonviolent economy, an economy that brings people together, an economy that is local, that is pro-poor, that is more inclusive, that helps us to see how we are globally interdependent. And it basically is an economy that works for peace. We need an economic system that is not only working towards sustainability, towards equity, but also towards peace. And so what we're concluding today in our final day of this round of 12 days of broadcasting is we are concluding that this is a beginning for us to begin to put our stake in the ground to say that we need change. We need a different kind of economy. And it is so significant that different movements from Mexico, from India, from different regions of Asia, particularly Nepal and Indonesia, many of our European friends have expressed this need for a nonviolent economy, have come together over these 12 days to show people's action, not just city-based advocates, but rural and marginalized communities' advocacy for a nonviolent economy. So I think if we have the final concluding statement I would like to make is that very fortunately, one of our colleagues on this day, or on October 2nd, so we're reporting from yesterday, arrived in Delhi after 4 years of marching around the world. This is Nitin Sonawani, who has been a great advocate for a different kind of world. And he's been an advocate of walking, of talking to local people, of not using using people's goodwill to live and to eat. And this Nitin may not be able to join us today because he's in travel. We were hoping to hear from him a few words, but he and his associate Yogesh Maturia, who have given their life for walking and sharing a need for a higher consciousness for us to live together. Yogesh actually put forward his book yesterday in Delhi, a very significant book. Gary, I'm not sure if you can show the cover of Yogesh's book, but we will have it on the Jai Jagat website. This is really about walking and bringing people together across what he calls infinite spaces. It is a story of Yogesh's life from being an IT professional to becoming a walker, a spiritual walker. And I think this is really where we want to leave today's discussion, is that we all need to change ourselves and follow those people who have been able to lead the way in a kind of a spiritual or change of consciousness that is so required in the larger global change. Monica, I think Nitin may be joining now, so over to you if we can get a few bites from Nitin, but thank you all for all of your contributions over these last days. It's been an incredible time, and we look forward to future action. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Jilben. I guess this was a very important piece of discussion that we had regarding the entire concept of why Jai Jagat has been advocating for non-violent economy. Friends, we have with us Nitin Sonawani, who just Jilben introduced in a very short duration. Monica, I request you to go ahead with your conversation with Nitin. Welcome, Nitin. Jai Jagat.
Hello everyone, Jai Jagat, and yeah, grateful to see you all. So I'm in Delhi right now, and we just finished 12 days walk from Kurukshetra to Delhi, as we all started this walk from International Peace Day to International Non-Violence Day. We ended here in Delhi, and it was a great journey with 20 people. The people came from all over India, the Kerala, then Maharashtra, Bihar, Rajasthan, Delhi, especially the Jammu Kashmir. There are 3 people from Jammu and Kashmir, and that was the point of attraction of this journey. As in India, people don't know much about Kashmir, so this one young girl, Gulshan, and then Azhar Bhai, they both was with us. So it was great to have them in our team. So all, like I traveled 46 countries for last 5 years, and by bicycle and walk, and it's been an incredible journey to back home and here in Delhi to be at Rajghat, and yeah, a lot of people, they joined Gandhi Museum, they visited Gandhi Museum. It was one of the interesting that there are a lot of small childrens. The parent came with their childrens, and they took a picture with Gandhiji's statue in the Rajghat and also in the Gandhi Museum and the Gandhi organizations. So it's been the important part of the journey was so many people, like once you are not active, then no one will connect with you. But while walking, we connect so many people, especially women in Haryana. Our most of journey was in Haryana, and a lot of women we met. So we was having one woman activist from Kashmir. So she was very good to deal with them. So she inspired these women, and a lot of self-help group, like they have their own banking system. They create their own banking system, and it was incredible to see in Haryana, as this is one of the bad states for women, as only like 72% women mostly they don't work in Haryana state. So that was one of the interesting. And then we visit a lot of schools and colleges. So many people invited us, and so it was luckily, as because it's COVID, luckily the last week something, they opened the school. So it helped a lot to reach with the young people, and our focus was to reach the young people. Along with the road, there were so many young Gandhian organizations all over Haryana. So they got active again, especially in Delhi. They are dead for last 2 years, and they don't have any programs. So I think so this is the best time to make them active, to 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 engage with the people, activists, and school and colleges. So this is also the good time, as India is opening up. So I think so this is the best time to go and talk with them. I'm going to end my journey in 18th of November, 17th of November in my hometown Rashni. So I'll walk through Rajasthan, Gujarat, Mumbai, Pune, and back home from there. So 5-year journey will be end up in my village. And but important thing, I see today's picture on Facebook yesterday and today. I was watching more pictures on internationally. So Gandhiji is all across the world, and big celebration is going on. So that was an inspiration again to see that people are celebrating it, and they are listening. There are a lot of conferences going on, online conferences going on. So yeah, thanks all. Thanks a lot.
Yes, no, thank you very much, Nitin. I mean, as you know, Jagat is an international network, an international platform where a lot of people, I mean, not only groups and organizations, but also individuals from all around the world are joining together to build up on this idea of nonviolence, and particularly we are trying to this year to focus more on the nonviolent economy and how we can transit to it. So you, as a really active peace builder, and as someone who is really on the move for justice and peace, as we said, what could be your message for our international network? What is your message when you are walking in? Why are you doing this? And yeah, what's the main message you want to express to our Jai Jagat friends all around the world?
So like, my journey is inspired by to understand the truth of life, And I think so. This is the one of the biggest questions that we human have for last 5,000 years. And the problem we are trying to find it through stories, as we human understand stories. But I think so. We have to go to reality based as a scientific way that is more profound. As I experienced so many. I had so many experiences which are, I think, so great, and it's very hard to express as well across, like especially in Peru. I had some experience, and so to understand the life, I think so. This is the most important as to go forward, and once you understand it, I think so we can build a very peaceful and amazing world. And what I see across the world, we are going through very amazing future, and I'm very hopeful for about it. And a lot of young people across the world are doing a great work, and they are very truthful. This is the most important thing, that they are very truthful, like teenagers and young people. Everywhere I met them, they are more truthful than the old generation, and this is the very positive sign. That's the like climate actions, like so many young people who are joining this movement, and so this is the biggest hope I have, and I want to contribute in this climate action. So I think so we activism is the one of the great thing as to create awareness, and also to give a new choice to the people. So my future journey will be to create a new life choices, especially for vegans, vegetarian people, to have a plant-based diet, and which can sustain, like it can help the oceans, it can help to give organic what is fertilizer and all. So my project is on a seaweed, and I think so this will make some impact, and I think so everyone should try for giving some different life choices. As I talk a lot last 5 years, but I think so people need a choice. As like the cars, if the electric cars are coming, so there is a different choice than the petrol life we are consuming this. So once we're creating different life choice, I think so people will accept it more and more. So I think so we must focus on different life choices, and I think so this is what I think right now.
No, wonderful, Nitin. I think that's right. I mean, I'm fully agreeing. And I mean, for these 12 days of action, we have been trying to share with people exactly the idea of there are different options also of live the life. I know it's not easy, and we might don't know about them a lot. So that's why it's also important to have these moments of sharing different experiences and initiatives, because that's what we're trying to say. There is another way. There is always another way, and that we're trying to build up, and that's amazing. And yeah, I mean, it's really excited to hear also a very hopeful idea of future. It's not easy to be honest. I know the world is a little bit a lot of things are wrong, but it gives a lot of hope to think that we can do it in a different way, and that peace and justice is a really a life process. No, I mean, we will be on this path the whole life, and we might not see changes maybe so easy, but we will do what we can. So thank you very much, Nitin. It's been wonderful to get to know you, and of course we hope we can keep in touch and for the future. And this is just as we said before, this Jagat campaign is just the beginning of a long journey for peace and justice. So thank you very much.
Yes, thank you,
all
Monica.
The best.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you very much, Nitin Bhai, for joining us today. It's been indeed a privilege to have you with us, because for the last 12 days we had 105 marches all over the country, which just culminated in Tilda yesterday, and that they were exactly on the same ideology that peace and justice is not an option. It's the right of every human being, and the message that has been given to us by Gandhi is it's all the more critical at this time to work towards the realization of this dream. Thank you so much for joining us, Nitin Bhai. Hope to stay in touch more. Friends, before I move ahead, I would just like to share with you the book by on the life of one of our co-travelers, Mr. Yogesh Mathuria. This book is also available on online stores. It's called Home in Infinite Spaces, written by Simran Kaur, and it is the story of Vishwamitra Yogesh, who walked across the globe for world peace. It is available online. In case you wish to read it, you may please place your orders and support Yogesh in his venture of global peace and justice. Thank you very much. And over to you, Monica, now.
Yes, thank you, Gary. I think we will leave it here for now. I just really want to thank you all again, all the people who have been watching this daily broadcast, and to see and know what is happening, what has been happening in the different countries in these 12 days of action. And also, of course, many thanks to all these people around the world who have been planning such wonderful actions. And we are very grateful to see that the Jagat network has been, I think, strength for these 12 days. We have been meeting so many people also that we didn't knew that was there, also doing interesting initiatives on nonviolence and peace. And yeah, I think we have the feeling that it's been really great, a wonderful campaign. And of course, just to invite you to follow the Jai Jagat Facebook page and also the Jai Jagat website, jaijagatinternational.org, where you can find all these different programs around the world for the last 12 days, but also to keep in touch, because this is just the beginning, and of course a lot of wonderful things are coming soon. And we want you to be there and be part of this wonderful process. So stay tuned, and we will see you soon for sure. Thank you very much, Gary, also for the support to make this program possible. Thank you very much, Gilles. Thank you very much, Ajit and Rajaji, and Satish, and all the people who really have been contributing to this program and sharing all the materials and everything. Thank you very much, friends, and Jai Jagat.
Dedicated to all spiritual activists, truth seekers, and peaceful warriors worldwide.
I regard myself as a soldier, though a soldier of peace.
Once upon a time, not long ago, there was a boy who would grow and become a great soul. He lived in India, and his name was Gandhi. He believed in human rights, and he fought for equality. He felt so strongly that he trained himself, cause he realized first he'd have to change himself. He changed his clothes and decided to walk. Some days he practiced silence and refused to talk. When he was young, he studied to be a lawyer, and then he became a great spiritual warrior. He read from the scriptures of every religion and came to the realization that we're all God's children. Because he understood that we're all equal, he became a spokesman for the people, a karma yogi devoted to service, to spread truth and peace was his purpose. You gotta be the change that you wanna see in the world. Be the change, just like Gandhi. Be the change that you wanna see in the world, just like Gandhi. Just like Gandhi. Gandhi dedicated his life to the cause, even when it meant breaking unjust laws. He often faced prison and incarceration, but that only strengthened his determination. He said he would make every sacrifice, but that he would never kill or take a life. He used his heart instead of his fist, and he taught nonviolence as the way to resist. A peaceful soldier who used his mind to fight for the rights of humankind, but not just people, animals too. In his basic teaching, God is truth. He joined Muslims, Sikhs, and Hindus, Christians, Buddhists, Jains, and Jews, all the many paths that lead into the light that shines bright inside of me and you. You gotta be the change that you wanna see in the world. The change, just like Gandhi. Be the change that you wanna see in the world, just just like Gandhi. Be the change that you wanna see in the world. Be the change, just like Gandhi. Be the change that you wanna see in the world, just like Gandhi. Taught an eye for an eye makes the whole world blind, and it takes more strength and faith to be kind. With that in mind, Gandhi took a stand against the foreign occupation of his land. When things got violent, Gandhi would fast, not eating for days until the riots would pass. But the biggest event that made the British halt is when Gandhi G decided to harvest salt. The British Empire installed a salt tax, and stealing salt was an unlawful act. So Gandhi and his peeps took to the streets, 10,000 deep, they marched to the beach. But when they arrived, they were beaten with clubs, but they didn't fight back, instead they chose love. The foreign military realized they were wrong and eventually decided to go back home. You see, Gandhi G was a very great leader, but before all that, he was shy and meager. As a young child, he was just like you and me, before he became Mahatma Gandhi. The word Mahatma, it means great soul, and it's inside of us, just waiting to unfold. If you follow your heart and act real bold, next time it'll be your story that's told. You gotta